Hi there, welcome to Working Happily Ever After. My name is kFerretteBoutin, and today we're going to take 5 minutes to talk about 5 steps you can take to turn your coworkers into your friends. Why is it important to have friends at work? Because this is what it looks like when we don't. Many people will say they have plenty of friends outside of work, so they don't need to have friends at work. However, there's some really solid research that shows having friends at work is really good for us, both professionally and personally. Over 80,000 Gallup poll results show that employees who have a close friend at work are more likely to stay motivated about the work they do. They report feeling more productive than employees without a close friend at work. They also report higher job satisfaction and employee engagement, and they manage their stress levels in healthy ways. We spend more of our waking hours at work than at home. When you make friends at work, you make personal connections, and having personal connections at the workplace builds trust. Having friends at work means having more opportunities to celebrate and commiserate about our professional and personal lives. But even more importantly, it means that when you have challenges at work or things go wrong, which they inevitably do, you'll have some friends around. They can either help you to resolve and rescue the situation, or they can provide some really good support while you endure and recover from it. It also means that if you have a difference of opinion or approach, it will be easier to navigate that difference with a friend than with a total stranger. And that just makes life easier for everyone. Yet so many people find it difficult to make the connections that turn a coworker into a friend. Across the board, from CEOs to customer service representatives, many people are uncomfortable finding personal ways to connect at work. Most of us have differences between the person that we are at work and the person that we are at home. So here's 5 easy steps you can take to go from the professional to the personal in an appropriate way and create workplace friendships. Step 1, set a goal. Gauge your comfort level for this kind of thing. Then think about how many coworkers you encounter and set yourself a realistic goal. A great goal to start with is to make at least one new personal connection each week. Your second step is to find your topics. These must be work appropriate, but not work related. They must involve some personal interests you have. And you're going to use these to create open-ended questions for conversation. Here's some really good examples of topics that are work appropriate, yet personal. Step 3 is to create your connection questions. Things like, what's your favorite restaurant in the area? What sports have you played or do you play now? Where do you love to vacation? And if you need a little additional inspiration, Original Table Topics is a deck of cards that has conversation and connection questions that are completely appropriate for the workplace. Some of them are listed on the screen. Step 4, it's time to connect. Make sure you're making eye contact and notice the people around you. Use your listening skills. Don't worry too much about what you're going to say next. Just listen to the other person and find common ground. For example, wow, it's cold outside. It reminds me of growing up in Wisconsin. Where's your hometown and what's it like there? Or, that sure was a great game on Sunday. Did you watch? What kind of sports do you like? And if you run out of conversation time and you need a graceful exit, something like, oh, look at the time. I have to run, but thanks for sharing. Have a great rest of the day. These tools will help you start the conversations that will be the foundation for making workplace friendships. The next step is to celebrate your successes. Notice how the quality of your meetings will go up when those personal connections start to take place. Notice that it's easier to discuss a challenging topic when you have a few friends at the table. Notice that when you find these simple, appropriate, common interests, it makes you feel more connected to your work. Always celebrate your successes, both at work and at home. It'll motivate you to keep connecting, and making those connections will get easier and easier. Okay, let's wrap it up with a quick review of your 5 steps. Step 1, set that realistic goal for making friendship connections. Step 2, find those work-appropriate personal interest topics. Step 3, create your connection questions. Step 4, get out there and make those connections. Step 5, celebrate your success and work happily ever after. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to read some more about the value of friendships at work, you can check out the Gallup studies and also a great article from the Harvard Business Review. Thank you, and enjoy making friends at work.